Good morning, everybody. My name is Bill, one of the worship associates and chair for the LGBT caucus here at the Universal UCLB. It's like early. I just partied last night. I don't know if you guys know about that, but we can talk about that later. So welcome to our Sunday service here at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Long Beach. We are a thriving, multicultural Unitarian Universalist church of people of all ages who are seen, heard, and cherished. We lead with courage and humility as we transform ourselves and our world. We are rooted in love, welcome people of many paths, and act together for justice, equity, and inclusion. We welcome everyone to join in this mission, in this vision, as we live into our mission to nurture community, confront injustice, and center love. And welcome to those who are new or visiting the church this morning. We are so glad that you are here. Please stop by the membership table after the service to fill out a newcomer form or scan the Welcome Visitors QR code on the order of service so we can follow up with you. And of course, welcome also to those who are joining on Zoom and YouTube. Our services are available online anytime. Our children and youth are starting their Camp UUCLBL Summer Fun Times by the large picnic tables. Our nursery is open for infants and toddlers. Please be sure to sign your children in and out before and after services. And now let's take a moment to greet one another respectfully and warmly. Yes. Oh. My residents are here.
Oh, cool. Great.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
No, I just saw him outside as he was coming in.
Okay. Amazing. Dream team. We're so glad.
If we could make our way back to our seats, please. Our fiscal year ends on Tuesday, June 30th, and we need your help to complete our pledge year strong. If you haven't completed your pledge, you can do so online today. Place a check in the offering plate or stop by the office to set up an ACH payment with Jake, our new Director of Administration. Please join us after the service for an LGBTQ forum in the lounge on the Sacred Outsider. All are welcome to attend. Our Democracy Forward team is meeting today in the challenge rooms A and B. Come and join in Reclaim the Vote campaign and prepare for upcoming midterm elections. I'm still doing the next part.
And then I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I have the pleasure of introducing you to our new Director of Administration, Jake Ribsick. Let's give a round of applause for Jake. So I wanted to just thank everyone for all of your support and care during our administration transitions, for all the love that you showed Teresa on her final time here, and the cards and gifts and everything. She sent us a card back, of course, because that's just her just saying how much she appreciated all of your showering of gifts. And I wanted to just share a little bit about the process that's been going on for the past month as we have been looking through applicants and interviewing and finalizing candidates, and we received over 25 applications for our Director of Administration position. And many people actually coming from the corporate world and wanting to try a more values-based and mission-based way of serving. And we had many interviews, but one person really stood out amongst our candidates, and he was really excited too. And so it was just such a great match. And so I want to just introduce our new director and give you a little bit about his background. Jake served as the Assistant Community Director at the Circle Apartments, which is right around the corner here, which is a community of 235 apartments by the traffic circle here in Long Beach. And Jake has a wide variety of operations, technical communications, property management, and team building skills. He's enthusiastic, passionate, and full of ideas for our church. He cares deeply about our values and is looking forward to being a respectful and engaged partner in our mission. Please welcome Jake.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's so great to be here, and I appreciate the warm welcome that I've received from so many folks here. I can tell that, we're going to have a great relationship, and I want to thank Reverend Lissa and everyone involved in the hiring process for trusting me to move forward in this new role. Teresa, so I've heard, has had a great legacy, and she definitely has set me up to succeed in a lot of great ways. There's a lot of partners that I'm excited to work with to grow this role as Director of Church Administration. I just briefly want to maybe provide a little bit of lore about who I am and why I did choose to work for this church. I have lived in Long Beach for the past 5 years in downtown, me and my 2 cats, and I have spent the majority of my career in property management. It's been great in developing my skills in business and managing facilities, administration work, working with teams. But as I step into this next phase of my life, I definitely want to be working with an organization whose values I deeply align with. And the way that this job opportunity opened up and me aligning to actually apply and move forward with this job, it feels like the stars have definitely aligned. So I'm going to do my best to work with all of you, make you proud. I hope to spend many years here. And if you need to communicate with me, email is great. You can come into the office. I should be in the office hopefully between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. for my office hours, Monday through Thursday. You can give me a call. you can send me an email, and then I'm going to try my best to get familiar with the different committees and maybe pop in as a visitor just so I can learn more about the culture of the church and where the different committees are at with moving forward. And I'm here to assist and serve in any way that I can. So thank you for the warm welcome, and I look forward to meeting each of you on a more individual basis. Thank you.
Thank you, Jake. And it is wonderful to have you here on this Pride Sunday and to be entering into this service with you. So let us begin our chalice lighting words, and I'm just going to invite you to take a deep breath and kind of really welcome yourself into this space. From wherever your week has blown you about, you have landed here in this beautiful community, this time for you out of your week to root down, to be inspired, to be reflecting, to meet new people. For Pride by Lois Van Leer. Underneath, there's a history of a civil rights movement grounded in resistance, led by drag queens and transgender women of color, butches and femmes, and all stripes of gender, who, unlike Rosa Parks, did not sit down, but in their tired rage stood up, rose up, fought back. Stonewall. 6 days of riots in June 1969. A year later, a march in Philadelphia, New York, Chicago, LA, San Francisco. And now Pride is celebrated all over the country and the world on every weekend in June, and in Long Beach, of course, kicking it off in May. But why do we march again and again and again? We march because we refuse to go back for those who are invisible, for those who have been murdered, for those who are ravaged by disease, for those who are still bullied, harassed, and targets of hate crimes and government erasure. Why do we march? Because some truths are not self-evident, because all are not protected equal, and we love a good party. So hands raised, hands linked, apart, together, singing, shouting, chanting, silent, joyous, tearful, nervous, afraid, defiant, angry, delirious, tentative, ecstatic, courageous, brave. We march, we gather because we are proud, and we are free. As we light this chalice, come, let us worship together.
Let us sing together. We are gentle, angry people. You can look at the screen for the lyrics.
Please rise in body or spirit for this one.
That one too. Sorry about that.
Gentle, angry people.
When we talk about pride, we say things like, the first pride was a riot. The first pride was a protest. We see pictures of younger LGBTQ persons expressing themselves in response to recent events. As we celebrated Pride Month, we are reminded that pride is not only about visibility, it's also about possibility. Pride is founded in creating pathways for growth, expanding opportunities, building sustainable communities, and ensuring that future generations have the tools and support they need to thrive. Pride was founded on leadership. I ask our leaders, where do we go from here? From across our city to across the nation to engage in honest conversations about the future of our movement, the importance of strategic leadership, and the urgent need to care for those doing the work. From co-founding 2 different gay student unions, facilitating youth, adult, older adult groups, hosting numerous community forums, serving on various nonprofit boards, I have definitely served our community without requesting anything in return. After a huge personal loss last month, the second in my life, that community gave back in compassionate ways that surprised me, from being the giver to being a receiver. My network, who I have served, who have invested in my growth, leadership, and provided opportunities for community service, this is a reminder that serves as a powerful reminder of what is possible when leaders intentionally come together and invest in others. I remain committed to serving the LGBTQ population and its leaders while mentoring and preparing the next generation. Our community deserves leaders who are equipped, supported, and sustained for the work ahead. And this is only the beginning. Every investment of your personal time in mentoring is an investment in people, in the development of emerging leaders who will sustain us going forward for future generations. If you believe in the power of leadership, community, and equity, I encourage you to make an investment of time via mentoring of our future. Pride is not only a celebration, but also a tradition of leadership, one in which each generation has a responsibility to expand opportunity, to preserve hard-won progress, and to equip those who follow with the knowledge, confidence, and support to thrive. The strongest LGBT communities are built when elders share their wisdom, younger people bring fresh vision, and both recognize they are both building the same future.
Good morning, everyone. Before I sing this anthem, I just wanted to mention that the prelude today and the postlude are chosen from songs that were on the jukebox at the time of Stonewall. This song that I'm going to sing right now was actually included in the memorial for Stonewall, and it's written by Billy Taylor, but really made famous by Nina Simone. So I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all these chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I should say.
beautiful. So, the Bible. How do we feel about the Bible? Could it be fair to say that LGBTQ people, queer people in general, have a complicated relationship with the Bible? Yeah. In particular, what the Bible has to say about sex, sexuality, homosexuality. Some of us experience the Bible used as a weapon. Maybe we grew up with texts of terror used to punish and shame us. Can I get an amen? Yeah. Some of us didn't grow up with the Bible at all, and maybe are curious or kind of terrified about what we might find there. But pride is all about reclaiming our identities and power and doing what we want with texts and labels and names and gender and clothes and our bodies, including the richness of our sacred texts because they are ours. So if we look again at the Bible, we can read from a queer lens. And we can find stories of affirmation, celebration of God's love and blessing for all creation, and powerful stories which affirm same-gender love. Do you know a few of those? Let's remind us. There, in the book of Samuel, we learn of a great love story between two men, Jonathan and David. And in this book, we hear the love between them described. The soul of Jonathan was bound to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. We have in the Hebrew Bible the Song of Songs, filled with love poetry, and it gets a little steamy. It does. And the narrators are gender fluid. The pronouns go back and forth, and you really don't know who is talking about who. But there is one phrase which we hear sometimes at weddings. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. Have you heard that one before? I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. It also speaks to the mutuality of relationship, that power is equal. And then, of course, the book of Ruth, only one of two books in the Bible named for a woman, where the faithful companionship between Ruth and Naomi transgresses borders of religion, nation state, and patriarchal conventions. From the text, verses 1:15, but Ruth replied, "Do not urge me to leave you, to turn back and not follow you. For wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God shall be my God." Activist spiritual teacher and musician Shoshana Jedwab took this famous line and created the song that we are about to sing. It's a powerful anthem celebrating love and belonging in our LGBTQ community. But really, it's about that belonging in our whole human family. It also has lines that include refugees and thinking about how our community and this story of Ruth and Naomi celebrates belonging that defies citizenship, nation state, and patriarchy. So let us sing, especially for those within our community who are marginalized, immigrants, refugees, elders, disabled folks, queer folks, trans folks, all those who feel that they do not belong. Let's sing loud, proud, including all. Let's rise in body and spirit and sing this song. Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, beloved. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, beloved. Where you lie, I will lie. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. Your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. Our bodies are holy. Our lives are holy. Our identities, ourselves are holy. The blessings, the rituals, the language for what our bodies and our love and our becoming, we create ourselves stitch by stitch, name by name, blessing by blessing. I now share a project that has been convened by the Foothills Unitarian Universalist Church in Colorado, who has created what's called a Pocket Blessings Project. These are a collection of 8 zines of poetry and blessings written by religious leaders across our denomination. Today we offer blessings and we share the resource, and we can put that on the screen. And the resource is available to everyone, all 8 zines. But today, we're going to offer a few different pieces from this blessing. And if you would like to offer a blessing, I invite you actually to come forward and you can share one as well. So all of those who have blessings to share and can come forward and want to, that's great. If you would like to remain in your seats, we can pass the mic to you as well. But if you have a blessing, now is your time to come down. And you can just line up. It doesn't kind of matter the order. Perfect. Beautiful. Anyone feel so inspired, want to come and join the blessings? All right. You can always come up after, too, if you hear and you want to get in on the blessings. All right. Let's move to the other side of the chancel, too. All right. Great. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to start with Melton.
Dear seed, a seed germinating does not need proof that the sun will shine. At your core, you know exactly who you are and how very much you belong.
The spark inside you has been burning, your inner knowing whispering, waiting for the moment when you knew you. Moving through this life with more clarity, more joy, more assuredness in you. Inviting your beloveds into your inner heart to accompany you, support you, love you in your quest to just be you. Until the right time arrived to cross into another threshold, your transformation. And now your body aligns with your soul and it sings more loudly, more brightly, more expressively. More of you is revealed. And we sing with you. Champions of your courage, blessing the path unfolding before you. Your freedom unbound, marveling at that spark, that divine spark, sparkling, shining more brightly in you. In this time of healing, cultivate rest. Let your heart lead you in gratitude for you, for all you have embraced, and the life that embraces you. For you are always and have been the blessing unfolding. Transformed and transforming, whole and holy you.
This is a blessing for putting your kids to bed in these times by Reverend Sean Neil Barron. The world is on fire, and you're reading Goodnight Moon again. The world is on fire, and you're negotiating the third glass of water. The world's on fire, and you've read every law they passed this week, and you're still tucking the blanket the way they like it. You've already taught them which words are for school and which for home, and you hate that you had to. May the small rituals do their work. May the nightlight be a sentinel of your steadfastness. May you remember that this moment is the whole reason we fight. May you forgive yourself for the days the news made you brittle. May they wake up safe. May they wake up rested in love, unafraid. May the world they inherit be a little softer because of the night you gave them.
Blessed are you who hold history in the lines of your hands, in the songs of your heart, in the tears shed and the touch shared. Blessed are you who remember where our people come from, the times our love was outlawed, the first and the last. Blessed are you who survived, making home out of a dream, making family out of friends, making legacy beyond possibility. Thank you for being a blessing.
This is Strength, a blessing for demolishing gender constructs by River Cook Needham. Sacred breath, sacred being, hold us together as we demolish gender constructs, things that sometimes we ourselves build, things that sometimes others force upon us. Give us strength to keep going when the constructs seem strong. Give us courage to face the fear of what might be after the constructs are gone. For at the end lies liberation and creativity and joy, and care for each other and community. Sacred breath, sacred being, hold us in the struggle, now and in the becomings to become.
Sometimes It Doesn't Get Better by Leslie Hensley. This is from page 13, a queer number. Houses are unlawful, prisons teem. Presidents punish, cruelty is capitalized. I will not tell you we've been here before. It gets better. We've survived worse. Stay positive. Instead, I will sit hip to hip, press my shoulder against your shaking, and feed my soul into your sound. This intimacy doesn't save. It breaks us beautifully into 1,000 us's, unnameable.
Cal Identities by Reverend Linda Susan Ulrich. Like shifting bright colors in infinite patterns, flags and pronouns and parades swirl around each other and reflect all our beautiful forms. Language can't keep up with our gorgeousness, always moving, always changing, always discovering new ways to name ourselves. In between yes and, not sure, fluid, chaotic, multiplicity, don't fence me in, can't even think straight, no word exists for me yet. But you exist. The mirrors prove it. How dizzying the possibilities. How dazzling your light. Look how we shine.
Unstealable Sparkle, Finding Joy in the Midst of Fascism. This is by Reverend Greta Joe. No matter the dull gray they pass off as duty, they will not take our vibrance. No matter the quiet they believe is holy, they won't be able to silence our joy. No matter the control they try to take, they must not stop our celebrations. No matter the sameness they sell as safe, they cannot steal our sparkle. No matter what they throw at us, we shall shine on.
This is When to Flee for Safety by River Cook Needham. Fear, you have taught me how to keep myself safe. Safety, you have become a destination rather than home. For now, fear is home and safety is a destination, and I am discerning when to make safety my home again. Let me hold the complexities of my situation here. Let me hold the hopes and dreams of my descendants here. Let me hold the wisdom of my ancestors here too. Sacredness, ultimate, wisdom itself, come to me. Let me know if the time is right, when fleeing is not driven by fear, but by hope of something more, something better.
You Are by Reverend Kevin W. Jago. You are exactly as you should be. Excuse me. You are magic made flesh. Your love is a blessing to the world. Your home is wherever you leave. Wherever your love is reflected back, you are loved. You are.
For the Elders Who Survived by Reverend Linda Susan Ulrich. You carved a path with style and audacity. You lived your truth and your joy despite the closets, despite the raids, despite the funerals. You spoke in code and hid in plain sight, befuddling those who couldn't understand your connection to your beloved roommate. You dared to speak love's name and live to tell the tale. Keep telling it. Don't let the children forget those hard-won victories. Remind them that setbacks come and go, but our community abides. Our love abides. May you enjoy the sweet fruits of your courage and the fulfillment of our gratitude.
And the joint offering for the families we make, Hannah Villeneuve, woven together out of circumstances and commitment and something like free will. Choosing our family takes hold of the most tender places inside of us. For every time we wonder if it would be easier to go it alone. Let love show us that we were made to offer our lives to each other.
For every time we wish that others could not see us so fully, let love show us that without risk we could not grow. For every time our hearts break, let love show us that its great miracle is not to prevent heartbreak, but to teach us to hold one another through it.
I have from the chapter elders, For the One Watching from the Side, by Reverend Sean Neil Barron. You marched so they could dance, and now they're dancing in ways you don't recognize, to music you didn't choose, in rooms you pried open with your bare hands. Good. That is what winning looks like, and it's disorienting as hell. You wrote the first verse, they get to write the next. And still, some part of you stands at the edge of the parade, thinking, we didn't fight for glitter. You fought for our lives. You did, and the glitter is what happens after you survive. Your legacy is a seed that became a forest. You will never walk all the way through. So let the young ones get it wrong in ways you never had the freedom to. Let them take it further than you can follow. You gave them the luxury of confusing you. Now let them run with it. They're carrying what you started in their bones, whether they know it or not.
Let us sing together again.
Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you lie, I will lie, beloved. Where you lie, I will lie. Where you lie, I will lie, beloved. Where you lie, I will lie. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine.
Now is our time to give back to this beloved community, this congregation, and Steve Fuller, our pledge secretary and incoming board member, would like to share a word.
Yes, I'm still your pledge secretary. The position's open, by the way. If you remember last week and you heard me, I spoke and said that we were in excess of our pledge. I was wrong. We are actually only at 85% of our pledge for this current year. And so I encourage everybody to, if you have not met your pledge, do the best you can. We're still open to receiving monies for this year. We'd love to get as close to 100% as we can. It was a system error, which has been corrected. So that's what happened, and I'm sorry to have to report that. But anyway, do the best you can. We look forward to receiving your pledges. Thank you.
All right, before I sing this True Colors, I think we have another song we need to sing to Reverend Lissa. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Reverend Lissa. Happy birthday to I know we all appreciate everything you do for this community, so thank you for being here on this very special day. You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, oh, I realize it's hard to take courage if the world makes you beautiful and you. So sorry, let's try that again. We're all glad Malila's back next week. You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, oh, I realize it's hard to take courage in this world full of people, and you all you can bear it. Call me up because you know I'll be there, and I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid.
like a rainbow, like a rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow, like a rainbow, like a
I first moved to New York City in the summer of 2002 in the shadow of 9/11. I was 22 years old, just out of college, fresh off an internship at the Unitarian Universalist Washington office, which is no longer there now, but that was really an amazing opportunity. And I was ready to take on the city. I landed temporarily in a barely functioning, unair-conditioned shared apartments with more cats than people on the Lower East Side, and I did not stay there very long. And in those first few months, I shed many tears as I shuttled my belongings around from place to place, trying to find a safe landing place. I barely knew anyone. My beloved partner at the time, I sure wish that we had known each other in those early days. Sam was also living in New York, living his own queer life and journey, and we intersected later in life, and boy, I'm glad we did. But a lot of our paths were similar. We all knew the city could be a lonely place, hot, dirty, unforgiving. The summer was really hot and full of unexpected hazards at any turn. But I was so thrilled to be part of something bigger and to make New York my home. I was determined to thrive there. And I sought sanctuary and community in places where LGBT people for generations have sought community, the gay bar. There's one. It's called the Stonewall Inn. And every neighborhood had its own spot. Which was your spot, Sam? You had a spot. There was Meow Mix, of course, in the East Village, Ginger's in Park Slope, Nowhere Bar in the East Village, and of course, the iconic Stonewall Inn. On Pride, it was always my birthday weekend, which I thought was so fabulous. There was always the best parties on my birthday. It became a pilgrimage spot as the parade always dumped out right in front of the Stonewall Inn. 2 million people are expected at the parade today in New York, by the way. 2 million people. So it was a pilgrimage for everyone, every year. And I've always felt connected to Stonewall. Sometimes we joke about our queer roots, that like growing up, you had something that was kind of gave you some clues. To me, it was that I was born on the 10-year anniversary of Stonewall. I thought that was always so cool. And so let's talk about that famous gay bar a little bit and just get into the history, because I feel like it's important for us to keep telling the stories so that we don't forget, and we also understand how our movements are all connected. So the Stonewall Inn was, and this is, of course, what it looks like today, very similar. It was opened in 1967 by mafioso Fat Tony Loria as a private gay club. Gay bars were operated as private clubs to circumvent the state liquor authority policies that prohibited gay people and queer people from being served alcohol. This is the history, everybody. We couldn't even drink in public. Before 1966, New York State Liquor Authority was known to penalize and shut down establishments that first served alcohol to known or suspected LGBTQ people. arguing that the mere gathering of homosexuals, as they were called at the time, was disorderly. Thanks to activist efforts, these regulations were overturned in 1966. And LGBT patrons could then be served alcohol. But engaging in gay behavior in public, holding hands, kissing, dancing with someone of the same gender was still illegal. So police harassment of gay bars continued. And many bars still operated without liquor licenses, in part because they were owned by the mafia. So word has it that the mafia paid off the police to ignore the gay and trans clientele, which made the Stonewall Inn a target for police harassment and violence. But raids were consistent and planned like a drill to show who was still in charge. Bar patrons would be rounded up, asked for their identification, and opposite gender dressed people would be arrested for cross-dressing, which was illegal, and thrown in jail. So one night, as another brutal police raid was commencing on the late Saturday night of June 28, 1969, the patrons could no longer accept the violence and fought back, catalyzing a massive riot spilling into the streets of the village. Two leaders of that movement were Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera, two transgender women whose ferocity was legendary. And let's see if we can find a picture of them. This is gathering outside during the riots, the week of riots. This was the crew. And yeah, there we go. That's Sylvia Rivera and Marsha P. Johnson in front of the police the line, do not cross. I love that picture. So these two Stonewall pillars of resistance, bravery, and self-determination have lived on in memories decades later through grassroots radical activism and trans rights movements in New York and all over the country. So during that actual riot, the Stonewall Inn was wrecked. It was left in shambles. But the queer community became empowered in unprecedented ways. Groups of LGBTQ people nationwide began to organize more urgently. And there was not just one group. There were dozens of smaller groups, men, women, mixed trans gay groups. And so plans were made to honor the one-year anniversary of Stonewall through a nationwide Gay Liberation Day, or Gay Freedom Day, on the Saturday of the last day of June. The march would then be the centerpiece, the public demonstration of the unity amongst those different groups that didn't always get along, and bringing together all of the diverse constituencies. So on Sunday, June 28th, 1970, hundreds of activists organized Christopher Street Liberation Day, featuring a march and a rally from Christopher Street up 6th Avenue to Sheep's Meadow in Central Park. The march stretched 15 blocks with a diverse crowd bearing signs with slogans like "Gay is good" and "Gay Pride." The slogans were inspired by Stokely Carmichael's "Black is Beautiful" slogan, resisted and reclaimed the stigma and shame many gay people experienced. I'm going to show you a few other photos from the early marches. There it is, 1970. And this is the Sheep's Meadow where they dumped into in Central Park. Just everyone hanging out afterwards. I love this one. And you can see the different signs for the different groups, the Mattachine, Lesbians Unite, Gay Pride, all the different constituencies coming together. So, and I love this one. Isn't it amazing? It says, "Parents of gays unite in support of our children. I'm proud of my gay son." This is 1970. So this notion of pride, that shifted from liberation to pride in the early 1990s. Why pride? Well, in the religious world, we kind of think of pride as not such a good thing sometimes, right? The Christian notion of pride is turned upside down by the notion of pride that we're talking about today, making it something worthy of celebration. Because in Christian doctrine, pride is kind of akin to original sin. You know, first thanks to Apostle Paul and followed up by the early Catholic Church. According to Augustine in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve's first sin was pride, the love of oneself over love of one's excellence. And Adam and Eve are in fact cast out of the garden as a result of their pride, feeling for the first time the emotion of shame. Well, pride really takes to transform this idea of shame. Gay theologian Patrick Cheng talks about pride in this way in his book, From Sin to Amazing Grace. He says, healthy pride is the affirmation of one's intrinsic value and self-worth. Pride is a matter of grace. It is a gift. One must have an experience of being accepted without regard of whether or not we are acceptable. The grace of pride is knowing we are accepted at the depth of our being. So reclaimed, the original sin or wrongdoing isn't pride, but homophobia, transphobia, shame, betraying the original blessing of inherent worth and goodness and dignity which is reflected in all of creation. I wish I had a picture of this one, but I don't. I'm going to go back to Stonewall. A huge billboard went up in Kansas this week, which has been kind of ground zero for a lot of very harmful legislation against trans people. The billboard says, God made trans people. And it's huge. I didn't get it in the pictures today, but it's beautiful. God made trans people. So this is a great example of the theological affirmation of pride, a way of speaking to the sin of transphobia and affirming God's love. Now, this theological grounding is important for us to understand, even if we don't believe in these constructs for ourselves, even if the language of God and theology is not our own personal belief system, or if we've rejected or left it behind for a number of reasons. We come from so many backgrounds, carrying so many wounds and trauma around religious language. But we need to start to learn this because we must reclaim religious language in the public sphere. Because we know this administration has worked closely to implement Christian nationalist goals and will continue to. The goals of Project 2025 have almost been accomplished with a virulent and relentless targeting of gay and transgender people. But for many of us, we worry less about God's love, which some of us believe cannot be given or taken away. The state cannot bestow God's love upon us, neither can it take it away. God's love is something that we know we have within and that we experience through the love and connection in relationship with ourselves and others, our marriages, our relationships, our community. So, as Pride Month draws to a close, we turn back to Stonewall, not simply history, but as a living example of the shameful behavior going on in this administration and a call to action. Because under the Obama administration 11 years ago, marriage equality became the law of the land. Let's give a little shout for marriage equality, everybody. It's a huge deal, and it is under threat, as we know. And we're not going to go deep into that threat today because the threat is not the immediate one on the table. However, it is on the chopping block for all of the destructiveness that this administration wants to continue. So I remember that moment 11 years ago. I was actually at our General Assembly, and maybe you were as well, or some other people were. And we celebrated, and we also celebrated something that we had already been practicing for decades, that we had been blessing and affirming marriages and relationships for 50 years. And it felt really good to have that legal affirmation. So 10 years ago, Stonewall became a national monument protected by the National Park System, so a year after marriage equality. And in Trump's first month of office, by executive order, he declared that there were only two genders and began a large-scale war on transgender people. So there's the Stonewall Monument, and here's the website. So he took the T off of the website of LGBT. This web document says LGB, that the Stonewall Monument was a lesbian, gay, and bisexual movement monument. That's what it says. Yes. So they also removed the pride flags from Stonewall Monument in February 2026. And of course, New Yorkers would not let that stand. So they were successful 3 months later, just in time for Pride, reinstating the pride flag. However, the T is still missing from the website. There's no Stonewall without the T. So I'm going to leave us with this charge, because Stonewall is both an example of how resistance can work to stand up to these policies and to use our levers of power wherever they are, big or small, because there are so many battles that need to be fought, kind of top to bottom. And you look around in your local world, whether it's, for us in our school system, healthcare, our local issues going on here in Long Beach, Bill's really wise call to action for leadership here in Long Beach, because a lot of us have not felt much like celebrating this year. Is that true? I know that we are blessed to live in Long Beach, but celebrating this year did feel hard for some people, because the political landscape is personally affecting all of us, our mental health, our finances, our well-being. And so we have to keep coming together. And so I'm going to move to the close here. Here's the Supreme Court, which is, we need to continue. And here's us. I'm going to bring it back to us. I have a little more about Long Beach Pride and how our Pride Festival was it was canceled on the day of Pride this year, and really kind of caused a lot of us to feel unsettled, here in Long Beach. But here's the thing. Trump's war on diversity and inclusion has meant the 40% reduction of corporate sponsors from Pride festivals and Pride marches all around the country. In New York City, they've had to pivot their fundraising $1.5 million. But many of our elders might say that Pride was never about corporate sponsorships or splashy festivals. Pride was originally about liberation, a quality of inner freedom and radical self-love that is not bestowed or taken away by the state, but is celebrated, witnessed, and cherished in community. Sylvia Rivera once said, "Trans liberation is about freedom for all, and our fight is not until each person is treated with dignity and respect." May this Pride blessing strengthen you, renew your courage to fight for your rights, your love, our liberation. And may you leave here with the joy of being fully who you are, celebrated, loved, holy, and whole. Amen.
Let's rise in body and spirit and sing this joy.
pride. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This joy, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
May you glitter and glow, knowing you are whole, holy, and loved, and nothing anyone ever does or says can ever change that. May you know you are fierce and fabulous, loved for all of who you are. Blessed be, and happy Pride.